What's up, guys? Let's talk about why weight loss diets often fail. Now, the most important feature of a successful weight loss diet is a caloric deficit. This means you need to be consuming fewer calories than your body puts out in energy use each day during the diet in order to cause your body to rely on stored fat for energy rather than food for energy, and this will create weight loss. Now, this is a temporary process because it's fundamentally unhealthy to eat fewer calories than you are burning. But when somebody's body is in a current state of too much body fat, that is also unhealthy. So, it's important in those cases, if somebody's obese, to maybe remove that extra body fat for health. So to achieve that, what you really need to do is create a negative energy balance by eating fewer calories than you use. And one big flaw in weight loss diet approaches is they often fail to achieve that specific aspect. So let's say someone's clean eating and they're wondering why they don't lose weight. Well, in the case of a clean eater not losing weight, it's possible that they're eating too much quote-unquote clean food. People sometimes mistakenly believe that, only fast food can make you fat and, grilled chicken and brown rice can't possibly make you fat. But if you eat enough of it, it'll make you fat, no matter what it is. So that's important to consider. There's also a lot of people who kind of rely on gimmick diets, which are more so aimed at selling books or products than they are at actually achieving weight loss, such as, a blood type diet or removing one macronutrient from your diet entirely. Now, that can sometimes work in the cases of people who maybe are addicted to one food, and breaking that addiction will help them control their weight. But for the vast majority of people, this isn't really going to solve the problem because they just simply eat too much food and get too little activity. So, there's gimmick diets like your blood type diet and, all of this, they're largely exist in a lack of scientific evidence and have nothing to do with energy balance, and so they won't create that state that you need to lose weight. Additionally, people sometimes will rely on fake products like thermogenic, pills or whatever that they think are going to speed their metabolism up and cause them to lose weight. But in reality, there's no pill you can really take to significantly, unless it changes your appetite because it's some kind of like crazy stimulant, that's banned or something like that. But those kind of things are really unhealthy approaches anyway. But the ones like thermogenics you get in the store, they're not going to make a major difference. It's just like taking caffeine or something. It's not going to single-handedly cause weight loss for somebody who's already overeating calories. So ultimately, if you don't have that caloric deficit, it's still not going to work. And on another level, it's like you have to get your exercise up. You can't just decrease your food because let's say you're a female and you're only burning 1,400 calories a day. You can't really eat less than 1,200 calories or you're going to pretty much consume your muscle rather than fat. And this is going to cause your body's metabolism to slow down, and then it's going to be easier to regain fat. So that's why you'll often see extreme, radical starvation diets will fail because they'll damage the metabolism. So it's just important, to focus on things that definitely work, and creating a negative energy balance definitely works. Except for a few people with extremely rare metabolic diseases that are very serious. And not just even people that have a thyroid condition, you can still lose weight with caloric deficits. So it's just important to really focus on keeping an eye on how much food intake that you're eating each day. And another really important factor to think about is that sometimes even people who track their food on MyFitnessPal or something will fail to lose weight. And this is because studies show that people who are tracking their food underestimate their food calories by 30% on average in studies. So, maybe that's a good time to get a food scale and actually specifically track. But ultimately, in order to lose weight, you got to maintain a caloric deficit for a period of time. And this caloric deficit will eventually consume the body fat on your body. And then you can increase your energy consumption back to baseline and maybe even slightly above baseline, to help you, regain some of that lean muscle and stimulate your metabolism after you've completed your weight loss to prevent weight regain. For most people, a good caloric deficit is somewhere between 250 to 500 calories less than they're taking in each day. So it's important to make sure that you get enough exercise to make that possible and limit your food enough to make that possible without starving yourself. So hopefully these tips will help. Bear in mind a few things. Meal timing has no impact on body composition, so you can have 50 meals a day or 5 meals a day or 1 meal a day. It doesn't matter as long as the total energy consumption level is correct. And also, eating multiple meals doesn't speed up your metabolism. It doesn't matter if you eat the food before bed or in the morning. So just whatever time of the day you feel comfortable eating, is going to be fine. It's just make sure you get a negative energy balance during the course of your diet, or the diet simply will not work. Also, it's important to note that diets make you feel miserable because it's a state that your body does not want you to remain in it forever, as you will eventually die if you go too far with it. So it will play tricks on your mind and try and convince you not to do it. So it's just important to stick with the caloric deficit until it's done. The more strict you are with it, the faster it will be completed, and the sooner you can go back to eating a little bit more food and feeling a little better. So just really focus on zeroing in on that caloric deficit, and you will achieve the weight loss that you desire. Peace.